Hello everyone, my name is Goji2002, and today we are going to be reviewing the Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic Series Energized Godzilla from Godzilla Kong, the New Empire. This figure depicts Godzilla when he, sucks all the radiation out of multiple nuclear plants around the world. We mostly see this guy in France, the fight against Tiamat, and when he leaves to go fight Tiamat in the Arctic. So this is going to be a review, probably one of the shorter ones because there's quite a bit to cover, but not a lot of new stuff to cover. Starting off with his articulation, there isn't much to cover. It's pretty much exactly the same as previous releases. Ball joint at the top of the head here and at the base of the neck here, so you can get him to look up about that far without using torso, and down about that far without the torso. You get a good left and right from Godzilla. Again, you do get a swivel here at the base of the neck, at the base of the head, and then if you really, oop, I thought his head fell off. If you do push at the base, yeah, he can't really look down too far, so you do need to use the torso. So moving down to shoulders, ball joints at the base for each side, full rotation. You move out about that far, and back down. Swivel hinge at the elbow, so you get the swivel here. The hinge you can get a little bit more because it is a softer plastic, so you can get almost a 90-degree angle. Then a ball joint at the wrist here. So moving down to his torso, you get a crunch about that far, which does kind of aid in him looking down, and then a crunch back. If you misalign his plates, you can get him to stand a little bit straighter up, and you get a little bit more of a look up from him. Moving down to his hips, standard ball joints, you get that much of a spread. They come back in. Fake thigh swivel, bend at the knee, swivel at the calf area, and a ball joint at the foot. Then tail. It is really good. Highest tail having it slightly better, and if you do push, you can pop it off. So I'm just gonna get this tail back in, and then we can move on to the newer stuff with this release. So there. That's the articulation. Not much has changed from the other Godzillas that I have reviewed on the channel. So if you do want a in-depth articulation breakdown, go watch one of the previous videos. The new thing with this particular Godzilla is going to be his paint. So the paint on the figure, so he's cast in a completely translucent blue color, so you can kind of see so it is translucent blue the entire figure all the way down to the tip of the tail, with some effects on, with some, I guess, not dry brushing, just painted on stuff for the tips of the plates that make them look like more of a white. And then moving into all of like the scutes and armor plating is going to be mostly covered in a black paint with some white sprinkled in throughout the figure, so you can kind of see there are little bits of white and lighter blues, darker blues sprinkled in throughout. You mostly see the white here on the legs and on the other side. On this underside of the tail, you can also see some more of that white moving in. And because he is cast in a translucent blue, there is a glow feature with this figure, but I will most likely cover that at the end for the gimmick of this particular Godzilla figure. Inside of the mouth is kind of what you expect from Hiya. It's very good tongue, the tongue in the jaw. So the jaw is on a hinge. Let's add this in for articulation. And there is a hinge joint at the tongue there, so you can get his tongue to move around. And then the paint does, in fact, continue, some of the detailing and paint do, in fact, continue into the pieces of the neck here. So that pretty much covers paint and detail. He looks very nice. I think this definitely captures Energized Godzilla very, very well. And for size comparisons, we have the Mini Daima Goku SH Figure Arts, U2's Mechagodzilla 1974, Metal Sonic Funko Pop, Movie Monster Series Mechagodzilla or Kiryu from Godzilla Tokyo SOS, and lastly, the other Hiya Toys Godzillas that I have in my collection. To quickly cover his accessories, he comes with 2 fists. So here's a look at the first fist here. Gonna zoom a little bit. You can see the detailing on it is very good. Oh, there we go. No. Come on, camera. There. You can see all the detailing on it, the white paint as well. And then we can go grab the other one as well. So you can take a look at the other one too. And application of the fists is pretty easy. So you just pop the normal hands out. You do need to really pull on them. If you don't get them off the first time, I highly recommend using heat, but I'll just pull them off of the camera for a sec just to get them off. Oh, these are so tight. Come on, there. Okay, there's one. And let's get his other hand off. That was a little easier. So then you apply the fists to the hands. They are a little bit easier to get on. Yep, there's one. And then the other one. Just pull him back off camera to get this other fist on. I just need to really need to push them on. And there. He now has fists. So if you want it to look like Godzilla's getting ready to punch someone, you can now do that. And the fists are slightly open. And are slightly open, so you can get Godzilla to hold weapons if you have any that you want to. God, focus camera, please. There. You can get him to hold weapons in his hands. So if you do have weapons, you can get Godzilla to hold them. So, yeah, so his accessories are pretty. This is the first one that came with actual fist hands. So, but fists do seem to be becoming a staple with Hiya Toys Godzillas. There's fists in Burning Godzilla Battle version, 2014, and Evolved Godzilla. So, accessories, they're pretty good. If you can get a lot, you can get a wide range of poses. The posability is exactly the same for the rest. It's just a ball joint that plugs in. So if you want to get Godzilla to look up and roar, again, just misalign his plates. And there you go. You can achieve that effect. And if you want to look a little better, you can just do that. And there. That's his accessories. So to cover this particular Godzilla's gimmick, I'm going to need to turn off my lights. So, because he is cast in a completely translucent plastic, you have the normal flashlight here. He is translucent. And looking at the translucent feature, it is more teal than what is shown in the film. So if we just do this, you can see the light going all the way through him, including the plates, and all the way to the tip of his tail. And then another feature that this figure has is if you shine a black or UV light over the figure, you get this. Oh, why is it not focused? this effect on this Godzilla. He starts to glow more of a blue. So if you can see, it kind of highlights those blue features a little bit more. It's not it's a lot clearer in person. My camera's probably blowing it out just a little bit. I can probably maybe lower. There. So now you can actually see the effect a little bit better. But again, this effect is a lot better in person. But if you do want more display opportunities, then yes, there is the black light effect. You can achieve somewhat more better look to the film than the regular. Some people would just want the figure to look like how it does like this normally, but oh well, it's still a very great gimmick for this version of Godzilla. So I don't have to anything to just look at the, see, like you can kind of see the glow, subtle teal-ish Baja Blast glow for this gimmick of this Godzilla figure. So that covers the gimmick. Now time for final thoughts. My final thoughts on this figure, he is great. He is amazing. I really like the paint of figure. Like, it hasn't scratched off at all since the how many weeks or / how many months I've had him and not gotten the video out. So yeah, he is pretty great. Hiya did a great job with this. Accessories, perfect. He probably could have come with maybe a couple of planes, so it kind of represents the France attack a little bit closer. Paint definitely could have, maybe the translucent effect could have maybe been a darker blue than the Bahajian teal blue that we got with just normal light. UV effect is perfect. So, and he scales, again, 7 inches scale. That's how tall he is. So he's 7 inches tall. So he will scale with any other Hiya figure you have, whether that be Mothra, Rodan, a King Ghidorah, right? So he will be a little bit bigger than your average Monster Arts, a little bit bigger than your average NECA. Maybe if you have some bigger figures, he might scale below with that. But that about does it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.